Hello, third graders. Today in our math unit, we will learn how to classify quadrilaterals. The purpose of this is to help us understand how to draw and label different types of subcategories of quadrilaterals. As we move through the lesson today, our learning goal will be to define a quadrilateral and how to classify different types of quadrilaterals by drawing and labeling them. We will also be addressing Iowa Core Standard 2GA1, which states, understand that shapes in different categories share attributes and can define a larger category. Recognize rhombuses, rectangles, and squares as examples of quadrilaterals and draw examples of quadrilaterals that do not and do belong in any of these categories. First, we're going to talk about what a quadrilateral is. A quadrilateral is a shape that has 4 sides to it. Now, all 5 of these shapes are different, but yet they all have 4 sides. As you can see, this is a square and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Rectangle has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Parallelogram has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. A trapezoid has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And lastly, a rhombus also has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So all 5 of these shapes are different and look different, but yet they're all considered and classified as a quadrilateral because they all have 4 sides. Now, a parallelogram is a subcategory of a quadrilateral. Parallelogram is when opposite sides are parallel and congruent. Now, when the sides are parallel, that means each side will go on and on forever and never have to actually physically touch each other. Now, when the opposite sides are congruent, that means this length will be equal to this length, and this length will be equal to this length. Now, being a parallelogram, that means this side is parallel and congruent to this side, while this side is parallel congruent to this side. These 3 shapes are all subcategories of parallelograms. Now, the rhombus over here is defined as a shape that has 4 congruent sides. So this side, this side, this side, and this side would all be the same amount. It is also a parallelogram because it has opposite sides that are parallel and congruent. And it is also a quadrilateral because it has 4 different sides. Now, the rectangle right over here is defined as having 4 right angles. But it is also a parallelogram because it has opposite sides that are congruent and parallel. And it is also a quadrilateral because it has 4 different sides. Now, the square down here is defined as having 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides. So these sides are all the same amount. It is also a parallelogram because it has opposite sides that are congruent and parallel. And it is also a quadrilateral because of its 4 sides. Now, a trapezoid is a subcategory of a quadrilateral. A trapezoid is defined as a shape that only has 1 pair of parallel sides. So as you can see, this is 1 pair of parallel sides because if you keep running these lines up, they will eventually run into each other. The parallel sides will go on forever without actually touching each other. Now, to recap what we have learned today is that we have our large category of quadrilaterals, which is defined as any shape that has 4 sides to it. We've also learned our subcategories of quadrilaterals, which include parallelograms and trapezoids. Parallelograms can be defined further as a rhombus, a rectangle, or a square. And even though they all have different specific rules of their own, like a rhombus has 4 congruent sides, a square has 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides, a rectangle only has 4 right angles. But yet they are all parallelograms because they all have opposite sides that are congruent and parallel. And now a trapezoid is not a parallelogram because it does not have opposite sides that are congruent and only have 1 pair of parallel sides. Can you find the quadrilaterals in these 5 shapes? As you can tell, this shape, and this shape are not quadrilaterals. And that is because this shape only has 3 sides to it, and this shape has no sides to it because it is a circle. So that makes these 3 shapes quadrilaterals. This ends our unit on quadrilaterals. You can now classify, draw, and label all sorts of different types of quadrilaterals. Thank you so much, third graders, and good luck.